Hi, this is Chris with PauseYoga.com. Today we're going to be exploring a really gentle inversion sequence that should be accessible to just about anyone. There's a lot of thinking that inversions are really helpful to people with HIV, so let's explore how and why and what. So yeah, let's get going. There's a lot of talk in the yoga community about the ways that different postures affect the internal organs. And while that could be true, the reality is we just really don't know exactly how doing a shoulder stand affects the thymus gland, or if it affects the thymus gland or the thyroid gland. It makes sense that it might, but the reality is we just don't know. But what we do know about inversions is they tend to be really relaxing, especially the types of inversions I'm going to be exploring with you today that are more sort of restorative inversions. If you're trying to do a handstand, that's not going to be so relaxing, or a headstand for that matter. But we do know that reducing stress really helps the immune system because it lowers your cortisol levels, which is the main stress hormone. So we do know that there are benefits, but we just can't necessarily claim that these things are going to be working with the thymus gland or the thyroid gland or other things, because we just don't know. So anyway, we are going to be doing a really gentle sequence today. It should leave you feeling really relaxed. You will definitely need a chair. You will definitely need a wall nearby. I'm going to be using a yoga block in the beginning for a supported bridge. You might be able to get by with a thick cushion. It'd be really handy if you have a thick towel or a blanket. And I'm going to throw a bolster in there as an option. Sorry, way too many props, but it'll really make this practice great. So work with whatever you got there. You don't have to have all this stuff, but I'll try to give you alternatives as we move through this practice. So let's start off laying on our backs. Grab your yoga block or thick cushion or whatever you're using to help prop yourself up off the ground. And we're just going to start here by placing that yoga block or cushion underneath our sacrum and lifting our hips up off the ground. So taking a nice deep breath here and just trying to land in your practice and in your body, trying to let go of all the things that are swirling around in your house or in your day-to-day. So inversions are defined as anything that puts the heart above the head. And we're going to be doing some stuff today that's not necessarily true, but all of the postures we're going to be working on in general will sort of move blood flow from the lower body up into the upper body. So it sort of achieves the same thing. So just take a nice deep breath with me here. Nice big inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And keep going with that nice deep inhale. And nice complete exhale. In this practice today that's going to be somewhat restorative, I want you to really focus on the breath, which is not necessarily something that's done in restorative yoga. But because we're working on inversions, because we're working on trying to open up the chest and the upper body and get blood flow going to that part of the body, I really want us to focus on breathing big up into the chest throughout the practice. If you get dizzy, if that doesn't work for you for any reason, just come back to an easy breath. Just make this practice your own. So keep breathing with me. Nice deep ujjayi breath, nice audible breath. And on your next inhale, go ahead and hold the breath in. And try to really expand your chest out with that breath held. Just feel your shoulders dropping back and your chest floating up. And nice complete exhale. Let all the air out. And again, nice big inhale. Again, your chest is really floating up. Your neck is long on the ground. Your shoulders are falling back. And let that go out through your mouth. So back to just a normal ujjayi breath, nice deep breath. So I'm going to throw something a little bit more difficult in here just for the last minute or so. It's strictly optional. It's might be advisable if you're worried at all about stability to put the block on the lowest level, so just flat on the ground. If you're comfortable, if you're stable, just keep the block on the medium height, but please, please take care of yourself. So we're just going to lift our legs up into the air. And again, if this doesn't work in your body, that's fine. Just, it's really no big deal. It's just accentuating the blood flow from the legs up into the upper bodies, but only if this works for you. Otherwise, just stay in the supported bridge. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. Nice, slow, deep breath. If your feet are up, go ahead and extend out through the heels, really stretching up from the tailbone all the way up through the heels. And wherever you're at, just continue to make your mantra of expanding your chest out as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just letting go, releasing, relaxing, just trying to let go of something with every exhale. So one more big inhale with me here. And if your legs are up, go ahead and slowly release them down to the ground. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and lift up off the block. And lift your heels up off the ground as you slowly lower your spine back down to the ground. And once your spine gets down, your bum's on the ground, go ahead and drop your heels back down and allow your knees to fall together. So go ahead and take a moment to just check in here, see if you can just be present in your whole body. Do a quick body scan, notice how you're feeling. So let's scroll over onto whichever side is more comfortable, and then come up to a standing position. And you're going to need your chair for this next posture, maybe next two postures. So we're just going to do a really easy forward fold here. And the idea is just to allow our head to hang. So again, we're just making sure that the head is below the heart. We'll get a bit of a hamstring stretch here, but I want you to be really gentle on your hamstrings, because these longer, sort of more restorative poses, if you do your full stretch, you're going to start wanting to come out of it after a minute or so. So just do sort of an easy stretch. So it's great to bend your knees. You might not even need the chair, although the chair is really great to just relax your head on. So wherever you're at in this, if you're a little bit higher, that's fine. Just make this comfortable. Just try to feel if your edge of the stretch is 100%, maybe make this stretch in your hamstrings about 70%. So nice, easy one. Try to make sure that your neck isn't scrunched up, so allowing your head to fall down. Relax. And breathing. Keep up with that Ujjayi breath. So breathing big up into the chest. And on your exhale, just engaging the abs lightly, the core. If you're a little bit more flexible, a little bit more used to yoga, you can always just allow your arms to come off the chair and just allow your head to hang, but only if this feels comfortable in your body. Again, it's great to keep your knees soft. Your legs don't have to be straight. And shifting your weight into your toes just a little bit, making sure that you're not losing balance or falling forward. And forward bends really tend to be incredibly relaxing poses. So this combination of a forward bend and an inversion is really great, just calming the nervous system. So just see if you can maximize that feeling of relaxation in this. So make sure that your face is relaxed, your neck is relaxed. Make sure that you're not really using any muscles that aren't necessary besides the ones we need to just keep us upright here. See if you can put just a little bit of a smile in your eyes. If you know what I mean, your eyes should be soft and wide. And wherever you're at, go ahead and gently bend your knees a little bit more than they're already bent. And then slowly come up to a standing position with your arms hanging like a rag doll. Just little by little, move as slowly as you can. Standing here for a moment with your eyes closed, really feeling your feet on the ground, pushing down through your heels and seeing if you can grow up through your spine just a little bit. Standing as tall as you can. And just notice how you feel. So from here, we're going to move to a wide leg forward bend. And there are two different ways you can do this. You can do this with a chair, which will be the easiest way. So just starting off here, I'll show you both ways. So either the chair or the block. Bring your feet as wide as you can on the mat with your toes turned slightly in. You don't want your toes turning out. And it's great, again, to keep your knees soft in this, especially if you have a lot of tightness in your hamstrings. And then we're going to fold forward over the chair, but you want to fold forward with a relatively straight back. So you don't want to just round in your back. So it's good to maybe put your hands on your hips and do just a little bit of a back bend. Lean back on an inhale. And then fold forward on an exhale. And you can place your arms on the chair, maybe the forehead on the chair. And just relax there. If this seems really easy, if you're more flexible, if you're used to doing wide leg forward folds, you can always place a block on the ground. And support your head with that, just allowing the forehead to come to the block. Again, we're not going for a full intense stretch here. The purpose is to get our head below our hearts and to really try to maximize the calming effects of these inversions. Try to keep up with your breath. Keep breathing big, expanding your chest out, and just every exhale, engaging your abs lightly. So with that deep breath, just getting lots of oxygen into the system, getting the blood moving around through these inversions and through the stretches. And again, try to keep your back relatively straight so you're not rounding too much. See if you can get your chest to open up a little bit so you're not just rounding your upper back. Especially as you breathe into the chest. And allowing your neck to relax wherever it's at. Again, check in with your face. Just notice if you can put a little gentle smile on your face. And if this is too intense, just pull out just a little bit. You should be feeling a bit of a stretch, but it shouldn't feel like you need to get out of this immediately. It should feel okay. So 3 more big breaths here with me. Inhaling is expanding. Exhaling, letting go just a little bit more into the stretch. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, releasing. Last one, big inhale. Complete exhale. Bring your hands to your hips wherever you're at. And on an inhale, really straight back, coming all the way up. Bring your feet together. Slowly. Coming back to a standing position again. Close your eyes. Really feeling your feet pressing down into the ground. Notice how you're feeling. You might be a little bit dizzy doing these inversions when you stand up. It's good to stand up really slowly. If you need to sit down, that's great. Just take care of yourself. We're going to be laying down in a moment. So, the last bit we're going to do here is an inversion at the wall, a couple of inversions at the wall. Here, let me get this out of the way. So the first one we're going to do is a supported shoulder stand. This is where a thick blanket or towel will really come in handy. I'm going to be using a bolster underneath my butt and back. You can also use a thick cushion or a block. Block might not be so comfortable for this. A few thick towels, but just try to make yourself comfortable here. And we're going to be trying to get our bum as close as we can to the wall. And the blanket, we're going to try to aim to have it just right underneath our neck, sort of supporting the neck with the head falling off. So the first part of this, we're going to be going up into a bit of a shoulder stand. If you have any serious neck issues, do not do this, just do a basic legs up the wall, which was going to be what we're going into first. But if you've got any serious neck issues, you don't want to do a long held bend to the neck like this. So anyway, here we go. So to get into this, if you're using a bolster and a cushion, just move it a few inches out from the wall, maybe 6 inches or so. Scoot you away from the wall. And then, here, let me move this out of the way. Too much stuff. But it makes it more comfortable. So then go ahead and lay back from that position. Turn your feet up towards the wall. And then see, this is the most difficult part of these poses, if you can get your butt closer to the wall. Then see if you can adjust the blanket or towel underneath you so your neck is on the towel and your head is just falling off. So take a moment to get settled there. I know it's not easy getting into this, but it's really worth it. Place your feet flat on the wall, knees bent. Allow your hands to fall out, palms facing up. And just check in here. So again, if you have any neck issues, just stay here. If you want to do a bit of a supported shoulder stand at the wall, just go ahead and press your feet into the wall and come up a bit here. And then bring your hands underneath your waist, your lower back, to support yourself. And walk your feet up the wall, just to try to make it easier, whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever level your feet are on the wall, however you need to support yourself with your hands. And if this is too intense, just come back and just keep your legs going up the wall, because that's a great pose in itself. Wherever you're at, just breathing, nice deep breath. Make sure your neck is nice and long on the ground. It's not too scrunched up. And make sure you're not coming too high up on in your torso. You want your torso to be at an angle. You don't want it coming straight up from your neck, because that puts too much pressure in the neck. So it's great if your bum is coming towards the wall. And whenever you need to come down out of this, if you have any difficulty holding it for more than a few breaths, just bring your bum down and then send your legs straight up the wall. If you're still with me, if you're in this shoulder stand variation, let's go ahead and do 3 more big breaths. Nice big inhale. Complete exhale, let it out through your mouth with a sigh. Another big inhale. Slow exhale. Last one, big inhale. And then on your exhale, just slowly bring your bum down to cushion or towels or block or whatever you have there supporting yourself. And then just allow your feet to go straight up the wall. Hopefully your wall doesn't have a door handle like mine does. Sadly, I don't really have a clear wall to shoot in front of, but these doors are a good alternative. Anyway, just checking in, noticing how you're feeling here. Just noticing the sensation in the soles of your feet. See if you can feel the air on the soles of your feet. See if you can notice your pulse in your feet. And these inversions, I start noticing my pulse in my extremities. And let's just do a quick body scan. So just going from your feet all the way up your legs and hips, up into your torso, chest and shoulders and upper back, down into your upper arms and your forearms and your palms. Again, see if you can notice your pulse in the palms of your hands. Just pay attention, see if you can perceive your heartbeat there. And then bringing your attention up into your neck and your face, making sure your face is relaxed. Your forehead is relaxed. And just letting go here for a few minutes. Try to just come right into your body. Stop forcing the breath. Just see if you can notice what the breath is doing now. On your inhale, follow the breath in through your nostrils, down through the back of your throat, rising up in your lungs and your chest. And on the exhale, follow that same path, just noticing your breath coming up, out through your lungs, up through your throat, and out through your nose. And see if you can just meditate on watching the breath, noticing the breath. So starting to bring your attention back into your body, just wiggling your fingers and your toes. And stretch your arms up overhead. Bend your knees, pull them into your chest. And then whatever you need to do to come down out of this into a comfortable seated position. It's probably not going to look pretty, but hopefully you're feeling good. Just meet me in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Go ahead and close your eyes again. Sitting up nice and tall, pushing down through your sits bones and rising up through the back of your neck. Let's take a few moments sitting here and just coming back into our bodies after being upside down. It's a good idea not to stand up too quickly because it can make you dizzy. So nice big inhale with me. And nice complete exhale. And blinking your eyes open. So thank you for joining me in that restorative-ish practice. I hope it worked for you, and I will see you in the next class. Namaste.